I'm just here for emotional support. I'm not even providing that.
Definitely not. Hey everyone, welcome back to Breadbox Racing in 4x4. This week, we're back on the MG, and we're figuring out one of the major parts of this engine conversion. Okay, so if you have an MG and you've put in an engine that runs EFI, like lots of guys will put Miata engine and transmissions in, or SR20s I've seen, you name it. One of the major things you're gonna have to figure out in doing that is fuel supply, because a carbureted fuel pump does not provide the pressure you need to run EFI. So these guys, Tanks Inc., they make a kit too, and it's quite a lot cheaper than the Aeromotive and Holley versions, but it's also not all nice black anodized. It's a little bit more basic, but the idea behind it's the same. You got your top hat that you have to make an access port in the tank for, and then how they've done this one is they've got this deal. You start to whatever depth your tank is, bolt this onto here, and that's what your pump sits in, so that this helps with fuel slosh if you're cornering. So what I'm doing here is modifying the top of the tank so that there's a flat area for the cork gasket to seal against. What I didn't realize at the time is that Tanks Inc. actually makes a thick foam gasket specifically for sealing against the top of a tank that is not flat. That will make your guys' life far easier in doing this because you don't need a patch panel. And now you can see me assembling the pump to get ready for install. We're going to do a quick rundown here. This is what the pump looks like fully assembled. You've got 3 spots here for fittings. Supply, return, and vent if your tank doesn't already have a vent. This tank does, located right there, and we will continue to use that one. So that one will just get a plug, and that looks like 1/4 inch NPT, so it'd be easy to just get a plug for that. It's a Walbro fuel pump. You put the sleeve on it, you put the sock on it, cut your rubber hose to length after you've put the barbs in with the fuel tape, not before, like some people, because I definitely wouldn't have done it that way.
No, we are smart.
Yeah, right. Then you've got your return hose, which is this light plastic stuff. You do have to warm it up a little bit with like a hair dryer, or, well, I used a torch and just held it like a foot away from the torch. But you have to be careful doing that because you could just melt it.
Yeah, you could be, hot water, hair dryer, bath gas. It's all the same.
Acetylene, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, so once it's warm, you slide it on there, it'll cool off, and it'll hold the shape of the barb so it can't pull off. You can't tug it. And then you zap strap it, which I love, because that is exactly my level of jankery. But it actually is pretty solid, so, and you got to be careful about how you set your height. Now we've got all this drilled and ready to go. And as soon as we find the threaded insert, we'll be able to put the
Hey, look, it's under the paper like I said it was.
the threaded insert. Okay, now this part's going to be a bit of a tricky thing. Holy smokes! That goes in there like that. Yeah. I don't know if this is going to work. We're going to find out together.
Oh, I see what you're thinking.
Yeah, it's kind of like when you get the trailer hitch kits and you get the little like wire things you thread the nuts onto.
Yeah, the cheater things.
Yeah. Hey, you see what I'm going for there. Oop, hold on. Make sure we have
Wow, we even got it in the right holes.
Oh, We actually did. That's impressive.
More so concerning.
Starting to understand why they suggested masking tape. But also, I hate the idea of having masking tape. So, you know what a smart man would have done? Right? It's gotta go in that hole there. Which means this one goes directly across from...
Hang on, let me get this one in first.
Yeah, that hole. You sure that's... Ha! It works! Getting all these lined up was a bit of a pain. We wound up using an awl to get the holes lined up. An O-ring pick would also work. And once we had that and we got the first bolt in, the rest followed quick. Please don't use an impact for this part. Do this part by hand, because otherwise things will strip. Et voila! So we got this in there. It'll be in the back, this corner of the trunk. You can see that's the fuel fill there. So I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. It actually looks like we almost knew what we were doing.
There's no we, it's you.
Oh, well, in that case, nobody knew what they were doing. Okay, so now that that's in there, the next step would be prepare thy trunk pan for this action. Okay, so this is kind of what you wind up left with. You got your nice little hole here. We'll have two bulkhead fittings back here and a border that is raised that we can bolt the cap to. That will seal everything up and it'll all look real nice. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed that and maybe you got some ideas for your build. Please consider subscribing.